Hi, everybody. I'm so glad everybody could join me again for this evening. It's the last in our series of Mother's Day paper flower bouquet. So I've done this is the third day, and we're going to finish our bouquet today. Thanks for joining me. I hope everybody had a wonderful day today. So to get started, I put in the video description all the supplies that you're going to need. It's the same that you needed today, this morning. You're going to need paper. You're going to need wire. You're also going to need wire cutters, color pencils, or crayons or markers, whatever it is you have. Sharpener, not tape. Or if you have only tape, that might work. And hot glue and scissors. Did I say scissors? I can't remember if I said scissors. Anyway, so these are most of the flowers that we've done this is the third day that we've worked on these. This is the one we're doing today. I believe it's a hydrangea. So we're doing this one, and we're doing this little foliage here that you can add to the bouquet to give it some extra stuff. Now, my suggestion is to do several more of these so that your bouquet is huge. But I mean, if you want a small one, that's fine too. But that's what we've done so far. So if you want any of the directions on the rest of these that we did the past 2 days, you could go back into the archives and Facebook, City Museum St. Louis Facebook page and look through the videos. Has all of them there. And I believe that it might also be on the City Museum webpage, which is citymuseum.org. So to get started, you're going to take we're going to make our stick first. So let's do our stick first. Set all this stuff aside. Trying to find where to put it here. All right, so you're going to make your stick first. You're going to take a piece of paper. I thought I had longer, bigger paper, but I cannot find it anywhere. And you're going to color your paper first, all right? So start off, this is your stem, so you're going to start off coloring your paper. And I think maybe I might need to sharpen my pencil first. To everybody just joining, this is the last part of the, now 4-part series of paper flowers for Mother's Day. And these are the ones that we've done so far, most of them. This is the one that we're doing today. We're doing a hydrangea. And we're also going to do some little extra like sprigs of foliage type stuff to stick into the bouquet. So I'm going to color my stem first. So take a piece of paper and color the paper with whatever you have to color it with. I have this really cool pencil. It's called a tritone, and it's got like 3 colors in one. Super cool. I love this thing. Really cool pencils. So I'm just going to color this paper. Right. Almost finished. I should press a little harder on it to really give it a nice dark stem. There we go. Now that I got that colored, the next step is to roll it. And if you've done any of my other videos, you know how to roll these. So you're going to start from the corner, and you're just going to squeeze the corner of the paper. Just keep squeezing it, and this is what you're doing. You want to squeeze it. See that? Kind of crush it while you're rolling. And then just keep rolling, and eventually it'll just work its way into a stick. And it'll be so much easier to start rolling it once you got that first bit started. Usually I work with bigger paper, and this is not as big, so it's not as thick. It's not actually as long either. All right, now that I have my stick, I hope that you have your hot glue gun plugged in. You're going to take this and you're going to hot glue it to the stick so that it doesn't come apart on you, all right? So that's that. And then we have our stem for our hydrangea. Now, we're going to move on to the leaves. Leaves are kind of tricky, so listen up. All right, so you're going to take another piece of paper. Okay, And you're going to color it. You're going to have to color it. Unless, if you have like construction paper or paper that is already colored, you could do it that way too. You know, I bet also if you had like magazines that was pages that were like almost one solid color, that'd probably work too. I bet magazines would work. I'm going to have to try that now because I've never tried paper flowers with magazines, and I bet that would look awesome. All right, so now I'm going to color this one. This is our leaves. We're making our leaves right now. See our leaves? That's what we're doing next. So color your paper. I had a really good day today. Do you know what I did? I watercolored. I'm not the greatest at watercoloring. It's kind of a hard one for me to grasp, but I had a lot of fun doing it. It's just so kind of uncontrollable. Well, I think it is anyway. And I thought, you know, if I had watercolor paper, if I had some really good, like thick, bigger sheets of watercolor paper, I thought that'd been really, really neat. That's why I bring up watercolor, is because I think that doing the flowers with watercolor would be really pretty. And probably also make it pop a little more. So if you have watercolors out there and you have watercolor paper, that's another thing you could do with it. Okay, I'm almost done with this. And then we're going to move on to the leaves. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Here we go. Next step. It's a mess today. Okay, next step is you're going to fan fold. You know how to fan fold? You're going to fan fold. So you're going to start fan folding. Can everybody see this? Move this all the way here. Okay, there we go. Start fan folding your paper. Try to keep it even if you can. I think I'm doing this right. Let me check my notes just to make sure. I don't want to mess this up. Sometimes I have to take notes because I get confused on which flower I'm doing. It's not too difficult, but I haven't made these that much, so I'm trying to really figure it out. Okay, I got it. All right, so the next step is once you have this fan folded, you're going to take your scissors, okay? I think I got this right. And you're going to cut a point on it, all right? I hope I did this right. I hope I did it right. Did I get it too big? I got it too big. Hold on. Let me check my flower just to make sure. Yes, I have it too big. Okay, so the deal is you want to cut some of this off, okay? If you have it super long, so I'm going to cut some off. Hopefully this works. If it don't, sorry. Okay, so then you're going to take your stick. I think I got this right. Let me check just to make sure. Right? Yeah, okay. I have mine too thick still. Bear with me. It is kind of difficult right now. All right. Sometimes you just got to kind of work with it until it looks about right. That makes sense. Okay, then you're going to take this and you're going to hot glue this. Let me look at this just to make sure. Okay, you're going to hot glue this to the end, to the bottom, I mean. Okay, take that back. You're going to hot glue this. I had to work it out. About midway, and you're going to kind of do it like a diagonal, right? Like this. So it's going to be slanting down towards the floor at a diagonal, and you're going to hot glue it about a quarter of the way up, not quite halfway, and hot glue that right there just like that. Well, it took me a second, City Museum, to figure it out. Couldn't remember how I did it. Okay, now once you have that glued on, it should look like this. Okay, and then you're just going to start wrapping it around, all right? Well, mine isn't wanting to do it right. What's going on? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, it is. It is. Okay, so hot glue it. I wanted to make sure it was working right. Hot glue it partial on there. There you go. Roll again. And then you're going to hot glue it at the bottom. Now my paper is smaller, and I think maybe that's why it's not doing how this one did, because I have a smaller paper. But that's all right. It still looks pretty cute. Okay, so there's that. And then the next step is the flower portion. I'm going to hot glue this more because I don't like this. It's not staying for me. There we go. Okay, next step is the flower. I'm going to fix this. I don't like this either. Okay, that's done. Flower part. All right, so now you're going to grab another piece of paper. And I have some that's already cut like this. And I'm actually going to cut this smaller, and I'm going to cut it in the middle, halfway through. So you're going to have a paper that's like this. So what, about 1.5 inches wide? And however long. You could do it however long. In fact, I might actually make this longer. It depends when I'm finished, like how much I have to wrap. I might have enough. Okay, so let me throw this up over here. Now, you're going to take your paper, and the easiest way to do this is to fold it like this. Wait, actually, before we do that, let's color it. I'm glad I thought of that. Color it first. Color your paper. So I picked purple because purple is very complementary, I think, to yellow and green. So I'm going to do like a purpley pink color. Love this color. And I think this will really stick out in that bouquet too. So I think maybe if I do some more, that I want to do more of these. So color that all in, color the strip of paper. When you're done coloring the strip of paper, the next step is we're going to fold it, okay? So fold your paper, all right, and then just keep folding it. Fold over, fold over. There you go. Now that you got that, next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your scissors, and on the edge of this, you're going to cut, not all the way down, but pretty far down. See that? Right. And then since I did this on the line right there, I'm going to cut that because it's be too thick when I open it if I don't. So I'm going to cut that. All right. And then I'm going to move on. And then just keep going until you got all those cut. You can make them thick or thin. That's up to you. Just try to make sure that you cut them all about the same length down on this thing. Be careful you don't cut it off. All right, now that you got them all cut, you're going to open it up, and you should have a fringe. We did something similar to this the other day when we did this one. All right, then you're going to hot glue this just like you did your leaves to the side like that, right? I think I'm going to tear this one off because it's going to be in the way. All right, so put some hot glue on your corner. Just like that. All the way up. And then you're just going to start turning it. And then ever so often, you want to put a, ever so often you're going to want to put a glue on there. Then when you're done with that, you're going to have to curl the flowers. So if you get done before me, you can start on that by curling them. I think I made them too thick, too long. I think I made mine too long. They should have been thinner. Wonder if I can fix that real quick. I know I can, actually. So I'm going to fix this because I made them too long. I'm just throwing paper everywhere, aren't I? All right, now let's do it. And then once I bend them, it'll be really cute. This one I did with cardboard. I have been using a lot of cardboard, so cardboard is becoming scarce at the house. All right. But don't you worry, I'll have more as soon as this next soda is done. All right. Okay, there we go. And then just roll that around. And now what you're going to do is you're going to start curling these petals. So you want to curl your petals. And you can use a pencil if you want. All right, now I should have colored the other side. Oh, thanks, Heather. So I should have colored the other side. That way, when I do this, it's like this on both sides. But I did not. So remember that if you make one, to color both sides. Can you all hear the cars out my window? Is it loud there? Online, on camera? All right. Go. Okay, so then this is my little hydrangea. It looks a little skimpy. I'm gonna have to make another one and fix it. This is funny. But that is how you make a hydrangea. I think I like the cardboard that I did the other day better. I always say that though. I'm always super picky on my things. Anyway, you just want to make them really curly. Okay, so now that we got that done, we're going to move on to the other one, which is the other foliage, okay? So let me... So the foliage, you're going to need some long rectangles. And these are what we're doing next, right here. And you need wire for this. I hope you have wire. Now, I was saying earlier today that if you didn't have wire, you could probably use bread ties. You'd have to have several of them, but you could definitely use bread ties. And if you didn't have too many bread ties, but you had a few, you could probably, if you were putting these flowers into a vase for your mom or whomever, you could probably hot glue the shorter ones to the flowers and you'd never be able to tell the difference. So now on to the next step. Grab some wire, and then I already have some untwisted because I had a bunch that was twisted. Oops. Set that there. All right, you never want to cut wire with scissors because it gouges your scissors and leaves like notches in your scissors. So you always want to use wire cutters. It works so much better, a lot easier. All right, here's one, and then you're gonna need two of these because we're gonna do two, all right? Make two of them. Okay, I like them kind of long. They look cute like that. And then I'm gonna set this wire aside up here. Okay, and then now we got these. Okay, so next step is you're gonna take some rectangles, all right? So if you have your rectangles cut, like this, then you're gonna take your scissors. Actually, you could probably take your pencil and color these first before you do that. Color it up. Now, if you want to do both sides, you can do both sides. Actually, you need to do both sides. Wait, let me think. I remember how I'm doing this. Here. Okay, no, you don't need to do both sides. Take that back. This is like the most confusing tutorial. I am so sorry. I am all over the place. Okay, now that we have this colored, you're going to cut it from this corner all the way down to this corner, okay? So that's how we're going to do it next. So cut from that corner all the way to the other corner. Diagonal. So they should turn out looking like this, okay? Mine are probably too long again. Okay. Next step, you're going to take this and you're going to flip it over. You're going to flip it over one side like this, and the other side is going to be like that. And then when you put it on, we're going to glue it like this on top of the wire. Is going to be sandwiched in between the paper, okay? Now, the trick is to try to get the wire all the way to the top. You don't have to have it completely to the top, but you want it pretty close up there, right? So maybe about right there, right? Okay, so first what you're going to do is you're going to hot glue your paper. So I just like to put a line on the paper. It's a little easier that way. And I just ripped my paper, but that's okay because I'm going to fix that. All right. There we go. And then I'm going to stick the wire on it before it dries. You know, these strings get everywhere, and then it makes me pull my paper. Okay, there's that, almost. You got this. This is kind of tricky. You really got to get in there, and I'm pretty used to hot glue, so it's not really affecting me too bad. And it's starting to dry, so that's pretty okay. All right, and then the next step is you're going to take more hot glue, and you're going to hot glue this one to that, okay? And you know what? Look at this. I ripped my paper, and you know what? It's okay because that's going to be the back side. We're just not even going to look at it. Okay, let's put hot glue all over this. And then hot glue your paper together and sandwich that wire. Now look, it looks kind of off a little bit, and that's okay because the next step you're going to do is you're going to cut it and make it look even just to fix it. There, I fixed it. I fixed that. All right, and then you're just going to wait kind of till it dries a little bit, and then you're just going to take your scissors and you're going to start from right at the edge of the wire. Can you see that? Right at the edge of the wire right here. And you're going to go curve it around like this. And if you have like any extra that's sticking off that looks white, just cut it off, right? And then you're going to do the same to the other side. So you're going to start at the edge of the wire and you're going to come around. I have to fix mine because it's a little messed up. All right, and then that's how it should look right now. Okay, so once you have that done, this is kind of cute. You take it and you twist it, all right? That wire twists, so you want to twist it. And then look at that. You got yourself a cute little filler for your plant. See that? That's an extra one. All right, and now we're going to do one more, just so everybody gets the hang of it, okay? So long, straight paper. Remember to color it before we start doing the other stuff. I'm going to make this one a little shorter because I don't like the length of that other one. So I'm going to make mine a little shorter. And then I'm going to color it. All right, and then you're going to cut it again from the corner all the way up to the other corner. And then remember what I told you, you're going to flip that over, and then these two are going to get sandwich the wire. So we're going to sandwich the wire. And then you're going to put hot glue all over that paper. And then remember, you're going to put the other paper on top. So let's hot glue that now. Just a little bit. You don't need a lot. And then you're going to smash that on there. right. And then you're going to take your scissors again, remember? And you're going to start from the edge of the wire and you're going to just go up on it. Same over here. And then once you have it done, you're going to twist it. Try not to tear your paper. Now we have this. Now we made 2 of them and a hydrangea. This is what I got. These are all the flowers that we made in the last 3 days. So we have the filler now. We have both little fillers. So we have these and these. We have our hydrangeas right here. We have our calla lily, our rose with color of your choice. We have a little daisy. And that's how you make a paper bouquet, which is a lot of fun. And then the last but not least, I'm going to do something a little extra. We're going to make a bow to put around it to make the actual bouquet. I'm going to show you how to do this. If you're wanting to make more, that's fine. I think, however, this needs to be on another stick. We'll see. We'll see what I can do. All right. So I got to get all of my things out here and try to figure out how I want them to sit. This one should go on the outside. I'll have it sitting up here. Some little sprigs. You know what would work if I took maybe a piece of string first? But I don't have any string right now. Oh, I have wire. I have wire. Improvise. So take a piece of wire or string, whatever you have. I'm just going to tie it together so I can see how it's going to look. These are so cute. I had so much fun making these with everybody. All right, so here we go. Try to figure out how to do all this. I thought about maybe just hot gluing it all together, but then I don't know how well that would work. This is gonna be hard to put together. All right, let's just try to stick it all together and then I can work with it when I'm done. Here, wrap this around. Another one here. I'll push those in once this is all together. Okay. Sorry, my hands are everywhere. It's really hard to do this. There. Okay. Do over. Now that I got them all together, now I'm going to do it. There we go. Okay. It took me a second. Then I'll just push that one in. Now I'm going to twist this really good. Okay. Now that I have that in there, just as long as it's kind of sitting there so I can tie it. Okay. Now that I have that in there, now I can force all the other little things in there, right? And then you can just work with it how you want it. I don't necessarily like the way this looks right now, but that's okay because it can always be fixed later. There we go. Okay. Just to keep it together. Now, for the bow, I'm just gonna use a white piece of paper because I don't want to take up too much of everybody's time. But I'm gonna take and figure this out here. Some of them's not wanting to stay. This tutorial is turning out great. Okay. Now, there. Okay, then you're just going to take these and I'm going to hot glue all of this together. I'm not going to hot glue the flowers. I'm going to hot glue this band on here. You want to pull it kind of tight so that they're going to stay, right? Wrap it around. That is not wanting to stay in there. I'm going to have to figure something out for that one. All right, and then I'm just going to hot glue this on for now. Just to keep them together. That's driving me nuts. All right. And this goes in here. And then once you have that, the next little step, put all your little extras in there. Have them hanging out if you want. Little wires is a good little addition to it because you can bend them the way you want them in the bouquet. There we go. Just trying to find a place to make space. All right. And then the next step is you're gonna, for the bow, you're just gonna take some paper, cut it into strips, and then you're gonna do it like this, right? You're gonna take one side there, all right? And then you're gonna hot glue it like that. See that inside? Kind of looks like an infinity sign. So that's how you're gonna do that. One, hold that there. It's here. Okay, now that that's done, exactly, that was my thought, Heather. Now you're going to take this piece and you're going to wrap it and you're going to hot glue it to, see how I did that? And you're going to hot glue that to there. And then you're going to wrap it around. Now I'm going to cut this off before I, okay, so this is what it should look like. See that? And then I'm going to hot glue that, and then I'm going to color this bow because I want to color it. So now I'm going to add some detail to it, okay? Just so you could tell it's a little bow, you know. And I'll show you. What you do is you take it like this and you push it like that. That makes it look more bow-like. Right? And then you got to add the bottom part. Okay, put some little lines there. Make it look like it's creased or whatever. Okay, and then you're going to take 2 pieces of paper again. Or one piece, cut it, and then you're going to cut it again. You're going to cut it, fold it in half, like this. And then you're going to cut up and down. So it should look like that. And then you're going to cut this. So now you have 2 of those. And then you're going to glue those to the back of your bow. So put some glue on there. I think this would look really cute as like a little fake ribbon around your vase. No. I think this needs to be colored more. I'm going to color my bow. There we go. I like that so much better. Okay, I colored my bow and I like it so much better. I always go through a process when I'm making art. I like it, I don't like it. I like it, I don't like it. Okay, by the end, for the most part. Okay, now that I've colored my bow and it looks extra cute, then you're gonna glue it to your paper. If you're gonna have it like this, you're gonna glue it to your paper. So I'm gonna glue that to my paper. That one is having a problem today. I think because the stem is so thick, I think I need to fix this. I'm going to flatten this so it's easier to do. Because it shouldn't be doing that. Okay, there we go. I think that's going to work a lot better now. Oh, thank you. All right, now that you got that, then you're just going to, I'm going to stuff this in here because, yeah, there we go. Much better. And hey, guess what? Check it out. We made a Mother's Day bouquet out of paper flowers, or out of paper. turn my light down. That's too bright. There we go. So this is what we made for the last 3 days. We have been making these paper flowers, and this is what the little bouquet looks like. I hope everybody had fun, and I will be back again Monday at 11 o'clock for another project, and give these to somebody special and just make their day. Thanks. See you later.